What's up guys, it's DTH here. Welcome to my channel. This is the first episode of DTH Reacts. Basically, my channel is for my music purposes only, which is posting up covers and my own instrumental songs as well. But I'm starting this new series, which is obviously called DTH Reacts. This is episode 1. I'm going to be taking newly released songs by big artists, some small artists as well, listening to them, reacting to them for the very first time, and giving my opinion on basically what I feel about the song and some of the things that are said within them too. So, if you haven't already, pardon me, if you haven't already, hit the wee subscribe button underneath. There's a wee button beside it with a bell on it. That's your notification button. Click that too. That will basically let you know when I next post a video, so that you can stay updated with all of my uploads onto YouTube. So, starting off this series with a guy called Tom MacDonald. Never heard of him before. Pardon me. Never heard of him before. But this is a song that he's wrote in the Coronavirus, which is basically very relevant to what's happening and going on at this current point in time. So we're going to dig in. We're going to take a wee listen and see what we think. So let's headphones on. Fix them top a little bit.
I don't know what to think about this virus. Started in China, now everybody in America's hiding. There's no groceries cause people start to panic and buy it. The shelves are empty, the ones with plenty already stockpiling. Y'all making
instantly short short intro, and then he came straight in with a verse right away. Actually, he didn't waste no time. The very start, the first words was he doesn't know what he thinks about this virus. Not many people do know what to think about the virus. Everybody in America is hiding. It's the same everywhere. We've been put under lockdown a couple of days ago here in Northern Ireland in the UK. Everyone's hiding. Literally went out to walk my dog and there's not even a single soul out. I think I seen 2 people and that was about the height of it. He's touched on something right away. Panic buying. People starting to panic and then going to the shops, buying all the necessities that they need in bulks. I never really understood this whole toilet roll situation because I'm pretty sure from what I read about this virus is that it doesn't give you diarrhea, but where some people are concerned, I don't know, they just bulked up on toilet roll, and other things as well, the likes of food and, you know, baby food and pasta and just anything really that they needed so that their house was fully stocked up for, you know, a lockdown, which is what is happening right at this current point in time, yes, but I never really understood it because... And I didn't really like the idea of it because people go in and they start buying in bulks. They bring 3 trolleys in from 3 different, like they bring family members in and then have 3 different trolleys. One stacked up with toilet roll, another one stacked up with something, and then another one just for general shopping. Never really understood the concept behind it, but the reason why I didn't like it is because people that genuinely needed stuff went in, they couldn't afford to bulk buy, and there was nothing left for them to get on the shelves. So yeah, that's frustrated me a bit, but 19 seconds in and I'm already pausing it to speak about something. I like this flow, I like the backbeat, the instrumental in the background, intro was nice, he's got a cool little style about him with the tattoos. I'm not too sure how I feel, I don't really like tattoos on faces, but I like his style, and I like his flow too, so let's keep going.
think it's funny. Wait a week till the riots. Wait a month till.
Oh, let me put that back a bit. I think I just missed something.
Empty, the ones with plenty already stockpiling. Y'all making memes. Think it's funny. Wait a week till the riots. Wait a month till the only way to eat is be violent. It's not the sickness is scary. It's all the people who wildin'. The government lying. They trying to keep us calm through the sirens.
Okay, so he basically just said something there about memes. As you know now, 21st century memes are a big thing. They're basically photos with funny captions on them about stuff that's happening. Honestly, I don't like it when memes are being made about something like this or like deaths in general, because I just don't think it's respectful. And he literally just said making memes and thinking it's funny. I don't personally find it funny. I don't know about you guys. I know some people do really like memes. Don't get me wrong, there's a few of them that I do like. But other than that, I don't think memes should be done about this, really.
What's for real?
put it back a little bit because I'm pretty sure he says
A month till the only way to eat is be violent. It's not the sickness is scary, it's all the people who whiling. The government lying, they trying to keep us calm through the sirens. You know it's for real. And all the pharmaceutical giants don't have a cure that they can sell you, so now everyone's dying. There's no vaccine.
I can't pronounce that word. The pharmaceutical giants.
For real. And all the pharmaceutical giants don't have a cure that they.
All the pharmaceutical giants don't have the cure. So it's obvious there's been no cure for what's going on that has been figured out yet. Which is obviously making people scared. You touched on the government sort of trying to keep us calm through all the sirens and stuff. Sort of in a way telling us a few lies to try and keep us all calm. I do find that they tend to beat around the bush a bit, but it's just me.
Sell you, so now everyone's dying. There's no vaccines or medication made that can fight it. I guess it's time to pray to God. We can't rely on the science. And everyone.
What did he say?
Now everyone's dying. There's no vaccines or medication made that can fight it. I guess it's time to pray to God. We can't rely on the science. And
alright, putting it out there. First episode of this, gotta be honest. I'm a religious guy. I believe in God and everything that goes with it. I'm not gonna sit here and start preaching because I don't want this to be used for this purpose, because I'm going to be listening to all kinds of music that's going to be put out there. I don't really have much else to say about what he's just said, other than I agree with him. He basically said it's time to start praying to God, and because we can't rely on the science. Not going to say anything else about that, just that I agree.
Everyone around me in a mask and some gloves. The stock market crashed and the bank's about to bust. Tell us sanitize our hands, this will pass. It's a bug, stay inside, you'll be fine till we're trapped there for months. It's a ghost town, we're in this together. They're closing all the stores down, we're heading for shelter. It's all war now, they'll always remember. When locking all our doors down, we're sticking together. It's a ghost town.
I like that chorus. The harmonies are beautiful in it. It's really catchy. The beat doesn't really change, but the harmonies are perfect. They really fill in everything. I like this guy.
War now, they'll always remember. When locking all our doors down, we're sticking together. This a pandemic, but we don't listen to the news because they lied to us for years, so how we know that this the truth?
Yeah.
And most of us are young enough to think that we're immune, so we just pass it on to people who won't survive it like you. It's either worse than their
that is so true. Listen.
This a pandemic, but we don't listen to the news because they lied to us for years, so how we know that this the truth? And most of us are young enough to think that we're immune, so we just pass it on to people who won't survive it like you. It's
this a pandemic, so why would we listen to the news? They've lied to us for years, so how do we know that this is the truth? You see it everywhere. Social media, Facebook, Instagram, all these different sources of news giving out different bits of information, some of them being false, some of them being true. They contradict each other. No one really knows what to believe. For like a week, 2 weeks over here, no one really knew whether the schools were opening or closing or staying open. People were asking the same question over and over again. Are the schools closing? Are the schools open? Like, when do we stop sending our kids to school? And it was all because of these contradicting like news reports that people were putting up. As I said, they like to beat around the bush sometimes with things so that we don't all start getting into a panic and freaking out. And then young people thinking they're immune. From what I've heard, the coronavirus can come from anybody. So if you're told to be to stay at home because you may be young, you may be immune, but people have like medical conditions like asthma, COPD. Some people's lungs aren't strong enough. The elderly are at high risk because their bodies and their organs just aren't as strong as what the younger people's are. And a lot of young people seem to think, oh, well, I don't have any of these conditions that they're listing out as a risk. I'm not old, so I'm immune to this. I'm going to be fine. Not technically true. You can still pass it on, even if you don't have any of the symptoms. It's crazy.
They're worse than they're telling us, or it's not.
Stay at home. Keep your distance. Be safe.
at all, but the school shut down, a ghost town in the mall. They won't survive it like you. It's either worse than they're telling us, or it's nothing at all. But the school shut down, a ghost town in the mall. They gon' quarantine the city, block the road out of Dodge, then tell us leaving our homes is actually breaking the law. This is just the beginning, you know it's gotta get worse. If the doctors get sick, the hospitals won't work. The conspiracy theories all sound like facts, that's for sure, but the fact is we're trapped on this planet called Earth. And the bleach gone, the bread gone, the water sold out, the meat gone, the milk gone, the pasta sold out. Don't leave anything for anyone, you hoard it for yourself. You'd rather tell them go to hell than be a man and go and help.
I'm gonna put that back because I like that.
So we just pass it on to people who won't survive it like you. It's either worse than they're telling us, or it's nothing at all. But the school shut down, a ghost town in the mall. They gon' quarantine the city, block the road out of Dodge, then tell us leaving our homes is actually breaking the law. This is just the beginning, you know it's gotta get worse. If the doctors get sick, the hospitals won't work.
If the doctors get sick, the hospitals won't work. At 8 o'clock tonight, we actually we all done this world, not like this nationwide thing where everybody in the UK stood in the front doorstep and gave a round of applause for all the NHS workers, which is people that work in hospitals and stuff. And they're stressing the fact of if we stay at home and do our part in all of this madness, then it's going to help decrease the outbreak of coronavirus or COVID-19 or whatever you want to call it. And they're working their butts off to make sure that we're all safe and that we aren't affected by what's going on, that we don't pass it on, because I'm pretty sure they're under a lot of stress with all of this stuff going on as well. A lot of them are scared to go to work, but they still go to work for our safety and to keep us safe and to keep us and to see to, to our needs. So if they get sick because we're not doing our part, then who's going to look after all the people that are catching it, and who's going to look after all the people that are having other illnesses apart from the coronavirus? Because there's going to be none there, because they're not going to be working, because they're all in quarantine because they've caught the coronavirus. It all adds up. It's like a domino effect. So that's why we stay at home, be safe, do our part, and try and prevent the outbreak from increasing.
Conspiracy theories all sound like facts, that's for sure, but the fact is we're trapped on this planet called Earth. And the bleach gone, the bread gone, the water sold out, the meat gone, the milk gone, the pasta sold out. Don't leave anything for anyone, you hoard it for yourself. You'd rather tell them go to hell than be a man and go and help.
The end of that verse.
And the bleach gone, the bread gone, the water sold out, the meat gone, the milk gone, the pasta sold out. Don't leave anything for anyone, you hoard it for yourself. You'd rather tell them go to hell than be a man and go and help.
Don't leave anything for anyone, you'd hoard it for yourself. You'd rather tell them to go to hell than be a man and go and help. That just basically touches on what he said at the start about the whole panic buying and not leaving anything for people that genuinely need it, or going out and helping the elderly without putting them at risk. There's not really much else I can add to that, because he's basically saying everything that needs to be said anyway. But this song is perfect. Like, I love this.
It's a ghost town.
I love this chorus. Love it.
They're closing all the stores down. We're heading for shelter. It's all war now. They'll always remember when locking all our doors down. We're sticking together. We're hoping for the best, but we're preparing for the worst. There's one thing we're not scared of, is hard work. We're up against an enemy that doesn't have a face. There's no bombs we can drop. There's nowhere we can aim.
We're up against an enemy that doesn't have a face. I think that's why people are so scared of this, is because they can't physically see what's going on, because it's all, like, inside. We're so used to having enemies that we can physically see and put a face to. We can't do that. What he just said there was, like, what he said is perfection. I think he goes, sounds like he's going on to list more. Let's take a look.
Preparing for the worst. There's one thing we're not scared of, is hard work. We're up against an enemy that doesn't have a face. There's no bombs we can drop. There's nowhere we can aim. There's no soldiers to stop with a tank at the gates. There's no cure that we've got or a pill we can take. There's no food, it's been bought. The truth is we're afraid. We sit inside our rooms and we pray. It's a ghost town. We're in.
Do I need to say anything else about that verse? That is fire. All of them things he listed off. Where is it?
For for the worst. There's one thing we're not scared of, is hard work. We're up against an enemy that doesn't have a face. There's no bombs we can drop, there's nowhere we can aim. There's no soldiers to stop with a tank at the gates. There's no cure that we've got or a pill we can take. There's no food, it's been bought. The truth is we're afraid. We sit inside our rooms and we pray. It's a ghost town, we're in this together. They're closing all the stores down, we're heading for shelter. It's all war now, they'll always remember. When locking all our doors down, we're sticking together. It's all ghost town.
Be smart, be strong, be safe. Together we will overcome, and do your part. That's a really good song. Touches on everything that needs to be touched on. He's vented, he spoke his mind. Other than that, fantastic song. Instrumental was brilliant. Words were fantastic. The way he put it out was fantastic. The video itself is pretty intense. Everything accompanies around each other. You can really sort of feel emotionally what's going on, and you can see in the video what's going on too and how he feels about it. So other than that, it's a fantastic, brilliant song. Love it. Don't know who he is. First time I've listened to any of his songs really, but Tommy, you done a blooming brilliant job. I'm going to post the original video link in the description below, so you can go and take a look at it, like listen to it yourselves. So please hit the like button. Give me a wee comment underneath to let me know what you think of what was said in this song and how it made you feel. And as I said at the start, please hit the subscribe button, it would be much appreciated. Also hit the wee notification button, which is the wee bell button right beside it. It will basically notify you of when I next post a video. With that being said, that is the first episode of DTH Reacts over. Brilliant song, go take a listen to it, links in the description below. And that is me for now. I will see you next time for episode 2 of DTH Reacts. Peace out, love y'all, enjoy the rest of your day.